Good afternoon from Investors Group Field. I'm Ken Wiebe along with Ted Wyman. Ted, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers just completed their last open practice of the week. First of all, what were your thoughts on the Bombers' decision to close practice on Wednesday?
Well, I mean, it's something they have the right to do, and knowing how paranoid coaches are in the CFL, I guess that's something they feel it's necessary. I don't think as the media we're knowledgeable enough really to watch and really give away any big secrets, and I doubt too many of the fans are, but you know, there's always concern about who might be watching, and obviously it's a big deal for the Bombers going into a huge game against the BC Lions.
Bombers coming off an 8-point victory over the Toronto Argonauts. What stands out about the matchup this week against BC, where they have Travis DeLay come off the bench last week and throw up 436 yards through the air? Yep. Nick Moore, the former Bomber, has been playing well, and they have another returner they're going to have to try to keep in check in Chris Rainey. What's the biggest priority for the Bombers this week?
It's interesting that you ask it that way, because going into last week they were going up against Ricky Ray, a rejuvenated quarterback who is having a fantastic season, S.J. Green, who is an amazing receiver, having a fantastic season, and then they faced Martese Jackson, the kick returner, who obviously went for 339 yards against the Bombers. So they're not facing anything new going into BC. It's a similar type of situation. It's on the road, of course, but they played very well in BC last year. I think if the Bombers play the way they did the last game, maybe get a couple of breaks like they did the last game, they're going to have a good chance of winning in BC.
A lot of players downplaying the fact it's the first trip back since being eliminated in the playoffs. Do you buy it? And is this game a little more special for the Bombers, even though you can't get that playoff game back in a regular season game?
No, I don't buy it, because from the very beginning of this season, from the beginning of minicamp, you ask any one of those guys, they said they had a sour taste in their mouth about losing that football game. They had it in control, they didn't win, and they're mad about it. And Mike O'Shea wasn't happy about it, and Justin Medlock certainly wasn't happy that he wasn't able to get the winning field goal at the end from 61 yards. Everybody would have loved a do-over, and they would have loved it the next week. So darn straight they're looking forward to getting in there and having a chance to beat those BC Lions this week.
You mentioned Justin Medlock. Big story this week. He's made quite a few field goals in a row, interrupted by the one miss. Where's his head at right now as he's off to a great start?
Yeah, I just talked to him. He's made 28 in a row in the regular season, 10 this season. He's just been absolutely perfect. Everything from inside 40 since he's been a Bomber. I don't know how many superlatives there are to talk about Justin Medlock, but you leave it to the players around him, and Weston Dressler, who has played many years in this league as a holder, and he just said he's the most meticulous, he's the most careful, he is the best kicker he's ever worked with, and well, I'll leave it with him. There's just no question that Justin Medlock is an absolute star and a huge part of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers' success.
Yeah, and one of the best signings of the Kyle Walters regime. Thanks very much, Ted. Enjoy the game. And for Post Media, I'm Ken Wiebe. Thanks for watching.
Good stuff.